Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the Two Best Friends podcast.
Happy Friday.
Excited to chat with you guys again this week. Today, we're going to be talking all about college.
We could go on for
Hours. Like, we're really excited to talk about is like giving you guys our tips and our tricks because I know a lot of people are going back to college right now.
Yes.
So it's like the perfect time to walk through. I don't know, if I know a lot of people we know and that listen to this are obviously out of college, but if you're still in college or you're going into college for the first year, this might help you.
Yeah, I think we're just going to be kind of dabbling into a little bit of everything today. So whether it's your first year at college and you're going in to be a freshman, or maybe you're graduating this year, I think we have a little bit of tips for everybody, and hopefully maybe you can find something that would be useful for you this year.
Yeah, and it's been a year since college, so I feel like it'll be fun for us to like go down and be like, oh my God, what did we do? What should we have done? And everything like that.
Yeah.
So,
And we've broken up the episode into, I think, like 5 or 6 different parts.
yeah.
We're kind of just going to cover a little bit of everything today and go over some things that maybe we wish we would have done, or some things that were good for us, some things that didn't work out for us. So hopefully there's a little something in there for you.
Some things to take away.
Yeah.
But cool. Before we get into that, let's dive into our hits and peaks of this past week. And for me though, and I think Kylie too, we just like didn't really have many. I think more peaks than pits this past week, at least.
Yeah.
For me. But I don't know, do you want to share yours first?
Yeah, I can go. I would say for this past week, I think my peak would be my neighbors just got a new dog.
Oh, I saw that.
I wanted to die. Hold on.
Golden Retriever?
Should I show it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually is a golden retriever. Her name is Summer.
Oh my, I love that.
And she is the cutest little baby I've ever seen in my entire life.
What a cutie.
Like, I don't know if these people can see it.
Puppies are the cutest thing.
Like,
I
she's 8 weeks old.
Oh.
Like, when I tell you guys my heart,
Yeah.
I want a dog. Like, I have a dog, but I want my own little puppies.
Oh, what a cutie.
I know. And she's a sister. So they have a 7 or 8 year old golden retriever already. And then they got this little puppy, I think Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And like watching her run around the backyard, I just can't do it. Like golden retrievers and yellow labs are just my weakness. So she is the cutest thing, and I got to hold her. And oh my God, I was dying. She's just so cute.
You're totally gonna have a golden retriever.
Do I look like a golden retriever mom?
You do.
Yeah,
They're totally gonna have a golden
retriever. Oh my God. And I just want to spoil.
I do love a lab.
Baby.
A cute lab too, though.
Yeah.
A brown lab. Oh.
Well, I like bigger dogs. Like, that's just me. I just always grew up with bigger dogs, and I just like having a bigger dog around. So, but I've never had a golden retriever. We've had 2 yellow labs.
Yes, I was
never a golden.
What Chester was.
Yeah, there was another yellow.
Cute.
So I just feel like
and
I already know what I would name him.
Really? What would you name him?
I had a little elephant when I was a kid and I would always call him Finny. So I want a yellow or a golden named Finley so bad, so I can call him Finny for short.
That's cute.
Yeah, or Finn, like either one of those. But that was my peak. I just want to steal her.
Oh.
So maybe you guys might see a little golden retriever.
Oh, let's bring
steal her.
That's so cute.
So that was definitely my peak. And then my pit, I don't know, I have this little head cold going on. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But
the weather has been up and down.
It might be allergies too, honestly, because Gina knows I have like little allergies.
No one has worse allergies than Kylie.
What is wrong with me? And it's so funny because I don't have food allergies at all. Like, I'm not allergic to food.
She's allergic to the air.
I'm allergic to breathing.
Literally.
That's what I'm allergic to.
The second she walks outside, sneeze attack.
Gina gets so mad at me in college for sneezing. We would walk out of the apartment to lift, and I immediately sneeze. Like, one breath in, I'm sneezing.
It's like we just got outside, and it's not one sneeze. It's like multiple come.
It got so bad, and like Gina's probably so annoyed with me.
It was really bad senior year.
Do you remember we had to get COVID tested?
Yeah.
And we were in line to get tested at Walgreens, and I was just sneezing like every other.
Gosh.
And Gina was like, Kylie, can you shut up, please?
Her thing is the sneezing, and then she hates my hiccups.
Yeah, we both have like things we don't like about each other.
But yeah, allergy season for Kylie, she's out.
Unfortunately, like allergy season for me is pretty much all year round, except for like winter. because spring is horrible with like mold and then like summer is just like pollen. Like I don't know. I can't hang. So
Yeah.
there's definitely hopefully it's on its way out. But
Yeah.
I try and do what I can to stay healthy and no matter what. I'm just like
A little day fluke for you.
yeah, so that would probably be my 2. What about you?
My peak this past week is again so fucking stupid, but it's crock pot, like shredded chicken, like salsa chicken. I have been making it the last couple weeks. It's just so fucking good, guys, and it's great for a meal prep. I don't want to like go on this tangent, but it really is so easy. You throw chicken breast in the crock pot with a whole jar of salsa, whichever salsa you like, and like a couple seasonings, put it on high for 4 hours, and you have dinner. It's the best thing, and it tastes so good. And I can't do like cut up chicken or grilled chicken, so shredded chicken is like the best, and I've just been really liking it. So if you need a new meal, there you have it. And also, this is actually perfect for the episode because you should get a fucking crock pot for college. But we'll get into that. Because crock pots, I just got my first one a couple months ago, and it's the best thing in the world. But that's a rant for later. So yeah, make some fucking crock pot chicken. And then my pit, another one I want to fucking rant about, but I'll save you guys the annoyance of this whole thing. But I probably should preface this too, because I might sound like an asshole saying it, but driving in traffic, commuting. I had to take Kevin to work 3 days last week. There
And you died.
The world is better off with me working from home.
It is because, okay, can I just say that Gina's road rage is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
It brings out a side of me that I'm not proud of.
It does, because when I was learning, Gina got her license before me. So I was like learning to drive. And the first time I drove with Gina, like, let me just say, actually, let me just bypass that and just say that my road rage comes from her.
Yes, it comes from, for everyone, it comes from me. And I'm so sorry for that. But driving in rush hour, fucking 7:30 in the morning. We live in the suburbs of Chicago. My boyfriend lives closer or works closer to Chicago, so I have to drive into like the city almost, like outside of it. And there's so much fucking traffic, and I had to do that for 3 days. And it tested me like no other. So again, the world is better off that I work from home because I don't think I could do it. Obviously, I have done it before. Like I drove from like Schaumburg to Oak Brook for a while for my job, and that was a bitch too, but I can't do it. And like these people do it again, I sound like a privileged asshole, but I could never. It's not good. So that was my fucking pit. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad he got his car fixed.
Yeah.
I was like, Kev, I love you. I cannot fucking do it.
Right. You're like, I'm on my what's on.
I was like, you know when you like do something nice for someone, you're like try not to complain while you're doing it because then you make them feel bad.
Right.
So they feel like they're burdening you and you don't want to make them feel that way. I started to make them feel that way and I'm so sorry, but I could not do it anymore.
No, it's so frustrating. I told you about the time it took me an hour to get to the gym.
Yeah.
I was crying in the car.
It's just so frustrating.
It is.
Traffic just gets me.
It's the most triggering thing.
And I wish I didn't do it, but it does.
Have you ever thought about like where traffic starts? Like what causes
one asshole that fucking starts it?
But it's like you get past the traffic, like on the maps, it's like red, and then you get past it. It's like what was holding me up?
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
What starts traffic?
Well, there's also another thing: construction starting up right now.
That's true.
Which makes no sense because if you know, in Illinois, a lot of times construction happens during the summer because again, once winter comes, they can't do road construction. But they're all starting it right now. And it's really bad around here.
When we used to drive to school, I swear, like once May 1st hit, like 55 was completely blocked off. And it took us like an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes to get to school. Like, and me and Gina, we speed a little bit.
Yeah, well, when it needs to happen.
It needs to happen on 55 when you have to commute 2 hours to school. We'll get into that too, going all the time in college. But like, it went from an hour and 55 to an hour and 50 to 2.5 hours once May 1st hit, which is so frustrating because you spend the whole year going back and forth and you're in the home stretch.
Yep.
And you're so annoyed that you have to keep commuting to school. I mean, you don't have to, but again,
I know.
We'll get into that. But like just traffic in general is so annoying, especially when you're by yourself and you have nobody to talk to in the car and you're just like literally wanting to scream at everybody.
It's so bad.
It's horrible.
Sometimes I will literally just like freak the fuck out and just rage scream, and I'm like,
I know
this is not right for me. This is not good for my stress levels.
I had like tears like coming into my eyes last week because I was so annoyed.
And we try so hard to be good people, and then fucking traffic.
Traffic is just so frustrating. I know.
So that was that. And I'm never I mean, I'll do it again if he needs help.
Yeah.
But I don't like doing it.
Right.
So therefore, I can't drive through rush hour. Sorry. I know, privileged. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Working from home is meant for me.
Yeah.
So, that was my week. But I think that's it. I have nothing else from this past week. So
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
it's a good segue into the topics though, because
It really is. We set ourselves up.
yeah, I feel like those two that I have are like perfect for what we're talking about.
Yeah, and like I said, we have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sort of like general topics we're gonna talk about with like tips. And this is just from our experience, like things that we could think of that would be like relevant for what we experienced in college. So I guess like we can get right into it and just kind of go through.
I guess we can also say too, before we jump into it, is that we only went to a university for like fully a university for 2 years, like living on campus. I know you lived on a university in a dorm, so you have a good perspective on that. I never lived in a dorm. I only ever lived in apartments at school, and I'm very grateful for that. But I know dorm living's a whole nother fucking.
Yeah, I didn't like put anything in there about like dorm living, but if something comes to mind while we're talking about it, I can like preface like dorm living. But I think like
that's a whole nother thing.
It is, and I just feel like majority of maybe people that are like
probably going into
are past that point already.
Apartment living.
Yeah,
that's
it is different.
I just want to preface that because we definitely didn't have like the full like
the 4 years on campus.
Right.
I honestly don't think anybody has at this point because everyone experienced COVID at one point.
That's true. So a lot of these people didn't really get to do like the orientation and first day stuff.
Right. But it could be like also for like if you're going into grad school and this is your first time living on your own.
Yeah.
Tips for that, because I know a lot of people, at least at our school, like were from the area. Yeah. So never had to like, if they did live on their own, they were like 2 minutes from home.
Yeah. Do you want to start with like the school part of it, or more of like the living part of school? Like which part would you want to start with? Like what topic? Because I don't know if one like makes more sense to start with or not.
Yeah, I think like I would say like the prep and getting kind of like acclimated to school and what to bring would be a good place to start. So like we'll just start from the beginning, sort of like if we were going into college for the first time, what our advice would be if you're new on campus or returning to campus or getting used to like or getting comfortable, like getting acclimated to school or whatever, like trying to figure out like what do I bring, what's not necessary, what is necessary. Again, this is all to our experience, not saying everybody.
This is what we did, what we believe, what we think.
So Gina and I went right into an apartment junior year, so we both actually pretty much had nothing.
Right. Well, that's true, yes.
So we had to kind of buy things, like for example, like people don't realize like how much you need when you're moving into an apartment. Like
so much.
We had no Tupperware, no silverware, no plates and napkin. Like we had literally nothing, and so we had to buy all that stuff.
I will say, luckily with college apartments though, they do have everything in terms of like the mattress, the bed, the desk.
At least ours did.
The dresser. Right. So I don't know how it is with every other school, but at least with Illinois State, like at our university, and I know a lot of them like do, but they have apartments.
Fully furnished.
Like college apartments that are fully furnished. And that helps a ton, because I do know there are some people, because we did have a friend in college who lived off campus, and I don't think I don't know if her place was like furnished because it was further from campus. So those apartments a lot of times are just through like a real estate, like a different kind of company. Whereas at ISU, like they had their own special like college, like kids just for these apartments. And that's where they fuck you over too. But that's another thing to talk about. But I would say that is a good point, that we didn't have to pay for all of that. But everything else you don't realize. Oh, like a couch and shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't have to buy any major furniture. I think we brought individual TVs for our bedroom, and then like anything else to decorate a bedroom with we brought. I think the kitchen was like the hardest for us because again, it doesn't like, you get of course the kitchen things, but you don't get
the plates,
anything to cook with, or like you have to bring your own pans. Obviously this is all common sense, we know this, but it does get a little bit like crazy. And one tip I do have if like you're looking to buy, which I guess we've already sort of like past this point, but one thing Gina and I did that was really useful was like we waited till Prime Day to get a lot of our stuff.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Huge.
And that was like a really like smart thing for
usually
us.
Prime Day, I know it's past now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a second Prime Day. I'm not
They do, I think.
They do, right?
Yeah, there's like 2 a year now, I thought. Like
Because I know they always have one in July, which already passed. That's when I think I bought.
That's when we got a lot of our stuff.
But I feel like they have one in the fall time.
I think that you're right.
I've not done photos on it, but I feel like they do. So whenever Amazon has sales, like, and honestly, without the sales, like, it is just better off to do everything through Amazon because they give you sets of stuff. So we got like a whole set of the pots and pans, but they also came with the utensils in terms of like the cooking utensils. And so all of that was together and it makes it so much cheaper. Is it the best quality? No, but you're using it for like a couple years in college and then you throw it away.
Yeah, I would.
It's okay.
Like, thought of using any of that stuff again was.
I know. And I still get a lot of stuff from Amazon too in my apartment now, but it is like just, you don't have to have the fancy stuff. Like, just get the shit that's cheap. That's
which is hard for Gina and I too, because I would say we're a little bit more like bougie. So like it is hard to just like kind of be a cheap ass in college and just get cheap stuff that does the job. But it's so like you save yourself so much money because trust me, when you move out, you do not want anything to do with anything that you bought.
No.
Like I think that I like burned my sheets from college.
There's a lot. We honestly just threw everything the fuck away.
And that's another tip too, is like,
and it kind of
really take the time to go through and be like, this needs to be thrown away versus I could keep this. You threw a lot of stuff away too. That is
true. That when we were moving out like for good from college, there's a lot of stuff that we threw away that I'm like, fuck, I wish we did throw away. But you know, you live and you learn. At that moment again, like Kylie said, it's just you want everything gone. It's like closing that chapter. You're like, okay, I'm done with all of it.
Yes.
And you also just want to buy new things too when you like move out and stuff. So I don't know, but I would say definitely just like cheap out. Like I know you don't want to hear that, but it's just college and you're just trying to get by. There's no need to get fucking fancy shit. You're not going to be in that place more than a year or two sometimes, depending. So just get what it's going to like, you know, do the job. That's what I say. And that's always like cheap Amazon shit. So that's what we did. And it did us good. That Amazon set that we got lasted for 2 years.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
It did. And like all of the stuff that we used to cook with lasted 2 years.
Everything lasted 2 years.
I would say the initial grocery trip is really annoying because it's like $500 for spices and like all the stuff that you literally hate buying, like Tide Pods and like dishwasher pods.
Yeah.
Like all the things that you just dread buying when you go to the grocery store because it like makes you like furniture.
Your first trip is always the most expensive.
So like
it's annoying, but it has to be done. But then after that, like you can be a little bit more like budget friendly when you go and stuff. Yeah, be more on top of that. But grocery shopping, definitely, it depends on the person.
Yeah,
Kylie and I like to eat healthy, and we do like to eat at home. Like we never really ate out a lot at college. But I know a lot of people do. So again, it just depends on the person. If you're someone that's gonna get a big grocery haul, it will be like, I think we spent like $100 every week, split that between 2 people, right? Was that it? 150?
The thing with Gina and I is like we only had to do like 4 dinners, which is another
so because we never stayed for the full week. But that just depends again. But I know a lot of people that just don't make home cooked meals in college. They just eat out.
Right, but also like I think when you think of like, at least for me, when I was like always thinking of college, or like my parents would be like, oh, I survived off of like ramen or something.
Like we didn't do that.
Gina and I always cooked food because that was just like our preference,
right? And
we are hungry girls.
We eat,
so we have to eat. And I enjoy cooking, so I didn't mind
so much too because it was our first time, like my first time living on my own. And I learned a lot of like cooking things from Kylie too, because I never really cooked at home, like at my parents' house. So I learned a lot. I thought it was fun. So if that's what you like,
it is fun.
Enjoy. Like
I think that was dinner time was like Gina and I. We're getting off on a tangent now, but like
it's fine.
It was like our time to just like hang out together.
I love that.
Which is another big tip I have that we'll get into shortly. But it was fun. And like I just, again, we enjoy eating healthy and stuff. So when it came to like grocery shopping, we're very fortunate and we eat the same food. So that was
nice. I know a lot of roommates, a lot of roommates that don't eat the same,
right?
Whether it's different like dietary preferences or stuff, like they have like a million groceries in the fridge.
Imagine like cooking 2 dinners every day.
I would hate that.
We literally split everything, so we also didn't waste anything.
No, well, that's what I mean. Like our fridge was nice and empty.
Yeah, I know.
We had the same breakfast, same lunch, same dinner. We'd meal prep lunch, and then we'd make dinner together, and then breakfast was always the same.
Yeah.
Just eggs and like a bagel. And a yogurt for Kai.
I just loved choking down eggs every morning.
Oh, I actually like love eggs now, but I used to like they were repulsive in college.
Yeah, you went through like an phase.
Egg ick. I hate when the egg ick happens though, because I love eggs and they're the best way to get protein in for breakfast. So when you start to not like eggs, it really throws you off.
Really limits your breakfast.
It does. It really fucking does, because everything is eggs.
Yeah.
Anywho, another tip I have for like what to bring, or I don't even know what topic we're on right now, but it's just on the topic of like what to bring to college. I would say, and I feel like this is like, again, just like common sense, but don't try to be like the fashionista on the college campus. I really truly believe you just need comfy clothes, like leggings and t-shirts and sweatshirts. And I brought so many cute little dainty tops that I never fucking wore. They took up space in my closet. Again, they were so tiny, it didn't take up that much space. But you really just need like hoodies, leggings. I don't know. I didn't really wear jeans to class all that much. A lot of people are wearing athleisure to class. It's the most comfortable thing to wear when you're sitting in those uncomfortable seats in class.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just say, like, try to pack smart. Like, you're not going to be able to bring everything, and a lot of those closets in these dorms or apartments aren't that big. So, like, except for again, whatever. But just don't bring stupid shit. Just bring things that are comfortable that you'll actually wear.
And I think, too, it depends on your major as well, because for me, I know I've said this before, but I was a kinesiology major, so I never had to dress in like business casual clothes. Gina's classes sometimes required her to do that. So if you're somebody that has to dress up for class, obviously it's a different story for you. But in terms of like, I brought so many tops that like going out tops, and I was like, Kylie, why would you do that? You don't go out. Like,
Well, that's the thing. Like, I guess, we didn't go out.
So that's like, again,
like, that's another thing. Like, we just didn't fucking go out, so there's no point to bring cute stuff.
But I wear the same thing every day anyway.
I did too. Even being in the school of business, like, there was like maybe one day a week or once a semester where I had to like dress up for a presentation. But that was it. I usually wear the same stuff, the same slacks, the same blouse. Like, it was the same fucking outfit.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
I guess going off of clothes, I would just, if you go to school in the Midwest, get a big ass parka.
Oh my God.
Like, buy a parka, just invest in one, because, dude, it gets so windy and cold.
Get some fucking boots. Don't be a bitch.
My God, get some boots.
Don't be a fucking bitch. Okay, people who don't want to wear boots because, they're not cute. Like, please. You're walking to class. You're not driving to class in the wintertime when there's you still have class in the Midwest. Newsflash, when there's a freaking snowstorm, and I walk to class with like 100-mile-per-hour winds, snow in my eyes, you need boots, okay? Please.
Get the whole thing, like boots, gloves, jacket, hat,
fucking snow
pants, whatever.
Honestly, some days I wish I had snow pants.
Dude, me too, because
like some bad. Was junior year winter was bad.
Yeah. Well, it's just tough when you walk to class. I think eventually I stopped walking because I was like, no.
But you can't drive in some of those like snowstorms.
Well, right.
It was safer to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So just get boots, get a fucking big jacket. The times I saw people wearing like little hoodies, it was like -10, wind gusts. I'm like, come on, don't do that. You're gonna get sick. I'm gonna be a mom and tell you. I know. I'm being a mother now.
I know.
Fucking listen. So I would say that's huge on like clothes wise.
Yeah. I guess like next we can talk about like getting used to like school.
Yeah.
And like getting adjusted into classes and stuff, because I personally noticed a difference going from grade to grade. The classes
totally
became different. So like junior year, let's say sophomore year, for example, was a lot different from junior year. And then senior year, which I know a lot of people is like their blow off year, but it wasn't for me.
Not for me.
So I killed myself senior year. So like each time you get into like the more major specific classes, obviously things like ramp up a little bit, and it's like a little bit harder they just require more.
Yeah.
I think. So one of my biggest pieces of advice is like, and I know that this is like pretty common advice, but truly like, because it's something like I wish I did that I didn't do. But really, 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 if you can hold off on books, don't buy them because, dude, the amount of times that
So much
I would have
wasted money.
professors that would be like, base everything off of PowerPoints, or they would give you the exam material in class and the book is like irrelevant. Like, I think I referenced an actual textbook only, oh my gosh, like
I never
once,
maybe use books, but like I would say barely.
barely. But like, even in the classes where they're like, you need the book, most of the time a professor will give you the PDF copy in class. Like,
That's
that
true.
happened to me a handful of times. And then I was like, why did I just buy this book?
It's a good tip. Like just wait till the first day of class.
But I will say it does suck when you do wait until the professor tells you, like, you have to have this book, and then you're behind on homework because they're like, you have an assignment due on Friday and class started on Wednesday and you need the book. So,
yeah, and I hated when they didn't have any like electronic books either. When I was you had to get the physical one.
yeah.
That sucked too because then you had to wait for it to get in the mail. That in that case, but a lot of times like
And that did happen to me a few times.
it did.
I
But a
will
lot of
say.
times nowadays, like all these books are online, so just wait till the first day of class because then you can just buy the book online the next day if you.
Or you could just go to the bookstore.
That's true too.
Because I had that happen too, where I had to buy, especially for labs, like if you're in like a science major and you have to take labs and stuff, like you have that like lab textbook or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Did you ever have to take a lab? Like the lab book. You know people know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, a lab. Well, yeah, sure.
Like for chem or like physics or literally anything like that. Like you have to buy like a separate like for activities and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that stuff you could just buy right away, so it's like you don't have to do anything for that. But like I never bought like a physics book, or like I hate when teachers are like, oh, you can practice for the exam in the book, and it's like, isn't that your job to help me practice?
Spark note a lot of shit online too for these books.
Yeah.
Going like, I cannot believe I didn't write this down.
What?
Fucking buy Chegg.
Oh my god.
If there's one thing you can't take away, oh, how did that just? I would give my fucking kidney for Chegg
because Chegg is the reason I passed college.
They deserve everything.
They do.
Like
Pay for the subscription over a book.
Oh my god.
Like
nothing's worth your money more than that $15 a month for Chegg.
Dude.
It's $15 a month, guys. That's nothing.
No.
And it will help you with everything.
It literally takes all of the stress away.
It teaches you more than your teachers.
Dude.
Oh, I can't believe it. Like, that we're done. That's it.
I know, we can just wrap it up.
That's all you fucking need,
Chegg, period. Chegg. Like, oh my god.
I love Chegg. I seriously couldn't have graduated without it.
I got all my physics answers from Chegg. Sorry, I hope I don't get in trouble.
No, I don't care. I did it.
Chemistry, physics, anatomy, like literally everything came from Chegg.
The sanity.
Because
if you're in a math class,
finite math.
If you're in a math class, you need Chegg because it literally, these answers will break down each question. Because you know, with math, you need to actually write down how you got the answer.
Yes.
And Chegg will tell you how to do it step by step. It's fucking amazing.
Chegg is an absolute must. If you do anything, get Chegg.
You take anything.
Just thank us later.
Yeah.
This is not new news, but it's just Chegg is essential. Like,
very much so.
I owe my life to Chegg. So,
yeah.
If you're seeing this and you're from Chegg,
we love you.
We love you. And I just I would not be here.
No.
If it weren't for Chegg.
It would not have my name on a piece of paper.
No.
Chegg. And then also with that too is another tip that I wanted to say was to take online summer classes if you can, which I feel like most people can. It's so helpful. It saved us so much time to take summer classes because most summer classes are going to be online, which are a little bit easier. Not all the time, but a little bit. And again, it just helps you so you don't have to have such a huge course load during the semester. Again, for our case too, we were a little bit more, behind. I don't know. We had to take a lot more classes to catch up and actually graduate on time. So taking those online classes was really helpful. But I would have done that even without being behind.
Yeah. I know it doesn't sound like the most fun thing if you have to take a summer class, but you can probably cheat through a summer class.
It's really easy. And they're shorter too.
Yeah, they're shorter and like they're online most of the time. So you can do it from the comfort of your home and you don't have to worry about it when the semester comes. You can have a lighter day.
Yeah.
And just get things like out of the way.
I still like the annoying classes. Like, I don't know what yours would be, but like
if you can take a math online,
it's so much better.
Do it because
same with like stats, same thing, that's math, but just math online, so much better. So I highly recommend, if obviously everyone needs math credits, so just take them online, truly. So much better. and it helped a lot.
Yeah, it does definitely take the load off. And then like another thing for me that really helped, speaking of like taking the load off, is like plan your month if you can. I know not everybody is a planner,
Kylie's a big planner.
but like, dude, and some people get overwhelmed when they look at the whole month. I know like you like to keep like a week at a time.
Like the week to week.
I personally like to see the whole month at once.
Yeah.
And I literally will, one of my biggest tips is like go through the syllabus and write down like every exam date and literally put it on your calendar for that month. Like if it's August, because dude, the amount of times that I would have like quizzes come up and I'd be like, wait, what? Like, or just like, there's no way to keep track of the amount of assignments you have because nowadays, like, there's no such thing as like syllabus week.
Yeah, no.
It's just
thrown right
like, literally
no time to fucking chill.
all the way in, like, you're off to the races on day one. At least I was. So, like, write everything down, keep track of literally everything. And it will take so much stress off of you when you can, like, prepare better. Especially, like, I kept telling you the amount of times, like, reminding myself to do, like, a pre-lab for a class because, like, you forget about it. Or, like, oh, I have this, like, have to read this for class the next day. Or, like, have to, like, whatever. It could be literally anything. But there's so much stuff, especially when you're taking, like, 5-6 classes.
Yeah, because
That's even 4 though is a lot. So like just write everything out and keep track of like everything. Another thing I did for me was like write down a to-do list on a sticky note for the next day so I wouldn't forget, or like
always.
I would not go to bed until I had my checklist like checked off every night, and then I would make a new checklist for like the next day.
That's more like what I vibe with is to-do lists. Like every single night before bed, always writing down the to-do list. And again, everyone's different. I did more of like a week-to-week basis. She did a monthly. But as long as you're writing it down, like don't think you could just fucking go without writing your stuff down.
Before, and it fucks me.
Write it down some way. Whether again it's like just writing your week down or whether you're writing the whole month. Like, write it down, plan some stuff out. It will help you a lot.
It literally makes all the difference in the world. And again, if that's like a journal for you or like a, what do they call it?
I had like a little whiteboard.
Yeah, I had a whiteboard.
I think the whiteboard in my room
because I could see it every single day in my bedroom instead of having like a planner. Like I don't really like planners.
You had like the month whiteboard, and I had a week whiteboard. So again, just like whatever. But whiteboards are nice because then, you know, again, save the planet, I guess. But just wipe it off and then
whatever. But it's so satisfying, like looking at, and I like always like scratched off the days every day. So like that was so satisfying for me. Like made it through another week and like survived this day. Like just like the little things. So I would definitely say one of my biggest tips is just to write everything out.
Yeah, true. And then another tip for that, I guess I'm not like the study queen. Kylie knows how to study. She's a very smart girly. I'm also smart, but just in different ways. Highly recommend getting out of your space, like getting out of your apartment, getting out of your dorm. It helps so much, especially for someone like me who just can't focus for shit. Going to the library, going to like a common area, and also like studying with friends, I also find is helpful. Like whenever I'd study with Kylie, if we went to Starbucks or the library, she obviously is working hard. And I'm like, okay, I guess I have to fucking work hard too. So that helps. So I always go with a friend. I think getting out was like really nice. I didn't do it a lot, but when I did do it, it was really helpful.
Yeah.
I will say.
And like, dude, like when you don't have to, another tip that I guess I would say for me at least is like, if you are somebody that has like a jam-packed day, the amount of time it takes you to actually go from class to class and then go back home and then come back out, you could get homework done like in that time frame and then have the night to yourself. Because I would like, it got to a point, like I think our sophomore year, where I would like cut myself off after like 7 because I'm like, I need a second to like relax. And we'll get into that too. Another tip that we have for like just kind of de-stressing at the end of the day. But like if you can stay out and like study in your whatever building you're in, like do it because you save time, number one. Number two, your friends are there already. If you do have like classes that you're taking where you know people and you have a study group, you guys can just get together and do that. But like just it also helps for productivity.
Yeah, I would do that too because I would bring like a protein bar with me, and I used to like always want to go home in between each class because it was only like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, you do lose a little bit of that momentum because, like, I could just go from this one class, and yes, I have a 2-hour window before my next class. But, like, every time I did stay, I got so much work done.
I honestly love those days where I could just stay in one place and go to the next class. And be productive. And honestly, half the time I would do homework for another class and another class.
Yeah, it's a good way to schedule yourself too.
Yeah.
I would do that. Like try to have them all like not all in one day, but like if you do like 2 classes on one day, I always like doing that because I could stay in between.
If you can do back-to-back classes, at least that worked for me.
Yeah.
Like, just get it out of the way. Like, I
Don't do a fucking morning class and then a late night class.
Oh my God.
I don't like that either because
Dude.
you lose all your like motivation and you get tired in that like 5-hour window.
1 year, junior year, I had a 5 p.m. class.
Yeah, I had you remember that 6 p.m. one I had?
Yeah, but that was
Right.
online for you at least.
No,
Right?
well, I went like once a month, maybe.
Oh,
You remember I couldn't like hang
Yeah.
out on Thursday nights or
no, that's
something.
literally, like, that was the worst thing ever.
So bad.
And, like, it just disrupts your day. And it's so frustrating. But if you can do, like, I did as much as I could back-to-back classes where I would have, like, an hour in between maybe, if not, like, I'm going straight to class. But
Yeah,
I personally like to get all my stuff done in the
me
morning.
too.
Some people are night owls. They like to do that. But whatever works for you, just, like, plan it so that you can kind of go straight through and not have to be, like, staggered everywhere. Because I think that I had that, like, junior year maybe, and it sucked.
Yeah.
You're just, like, thrown off and you can't get a routine or a rhythm down.
Yeah.
And it just, like, for me, like, I can never stay, like, productive when that happens.
And I always complained having an 8 a.m. junior year,
Mm.
but it was so nice because you get it over with. And I never scheduled, or at least I tried not to schedule classes like past like 2 because I just can't. Like again, like you said, at like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, shutting off and like being done for the day, as if like we worked a 9 to 5, like literally though,
Like, that's
because
literally
we'd
what
be
it
at
was.
school and studying and doing homework from literally 8 till 5. I would say every day.
But it was, like, worse than that because we would live together in the morning and then go to class. So really, we were, like, 6 to...
That's true because we were up so early. But I think it is better just to get everything done earlier, and then you can be home for a couple hours, like just doing homework or whatever, or chilling,
Mhm.
and then you can finally like close your laptop and have dinner and like watch your show and decompress.
Yeah. And, like, in that too, I would say, like, when you're picking classes and stuff, like, figure out which ones you can kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because if you try and give 110% to every class you have, you are going to kill yourself.
Literally.
It's just inevitable with the speed of college classes. Like, college classes, obviously, we know move super fast, and, like, it's impossible to give everything to each one. So figure out which ones you can kind of, like, skid by and do fine, and then put all your energy into the ones that are going to require more from you, because that would be my biggest tip. I thought I could, like, spread myself thin, and you can't. Like, if you can, God bless you,
Yeah.
but I can't.
There's no need though. Like you really don't have to do that.
No, and it's, like, also, like, I think, like, even the ones that do require a lot, like, you're not gonna, like, let me just put this PSA out for anybody that is a stress girly. You're not gonna die.
Mm.
College is not the end all be all. If you get a bad grade, you're okay. The amount of times I cried over classes is embarrassing. Like, it's not that deep. You're gonna be okay, and you're gonna be successful no matter what. You don't need to do good on every single thing.
The one thing that got me through senior year of college, because that's the most stressful year in my,
Mhm.
at least for us, I think it was, because we just had a lot more classes that were more demanding. But the one thing that got me through was actually what your mom said. She said, jobs don't look at your grades from college.
Oh yeah.
If you get a C in your class, like again, we're not saying you should strive for that, but say you do end up getting a C in one of your classes, when you get a job after college, they don't fucking care about that C.
Yeah.
So don't let it tear you apart. There were so many times where I was like, oh my God, I'm about to get like a fucking D on this test. It doesn't matter. As long as I pass the class, like my employer will never see that D.
No.
I will never see that.
No, I know. That's how I was too, because I got literally 2 Fs on my physics.
Girlfriend, I'm content.
I'm here. I survived and I graduated. So
Yeah,
it's okay. It's literally okay.
It
And I just
happens.
want to hug the people that stress about that stuff, because I would wish somebody was, like, a little bit more, like, I guess, kind of brought that into existence a little bit more, like, back then, because teachers make you feel like you are going to be a failure if you don't do well.
Professors are fucking tough.
They are.
They don't give a fuck.
And
about you.
sometimes you get good ones, but, like, most of the time,
They're just there to clock in for the hour and they don't care about you.
they know everything, and
Mhm.
so they don't understand why you don't know it. That's, like, a thing.
That is the thing. I fucking hate that.
They're like, why are you asking me this? Like, dumb questions type thing. Like, nothing makes me more mad. But anyways, just try to give yourself grace.
Mhm.
That's another tip. Just be kind to yourself, and, like, you're still a human being. You're not confined
the end of the
to
world.
college. Like, college is such a blip in your life. Like, you will never think about college again when you're going through the real world and doing your big girl job or whatever you end up want to do when you graduate. Like, you're not restricted to your grades or like how you do in college.
Grades don't define you.
No. So don't put so
Yes.
much weight on that. That's our tip for that. Bouncing off like the whole de-stressing thing. If you can live with your bestie,
Do it. Don't listen to whatever fuck people are saying.
No.
Don't live with your best friend. It's gonna ruin your friendship. It's gonna okay, maybe for some people.
yeah.
But just fucking try it at least.
Yeah. Well, you will be a happy person when you're crying yourself to sleep every night and you can hang out
I also
and
don't think like you
decompress.
should live with like a million girls. Me personally, I could never live with more than one girl.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think it causes a lot of problems because girls are girls. We need our space, we need our shit, we have needs, and too many of those needs can clash and it gets a little, it gets hard because I've heard horror stories of girls living together and, if you can live with just one person, I do recommend it. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's so worth it.
That was the best part of my college experience was living with her.
For sure.
So if you can do that, by all means do it.
It's so fun. Like decorating for fucking Christmas together.
So that's my next tip is like make it as homey as possible if you are in an apartment or even a dorm. Like just do what you can to like decorate your own and like make it homey because you will not want to like I just think about our junior apartment and I did not want to go there at all.
We hated it.
And it makes all the difference when you can enjoy your living space because you just feel a lot more calm at the end of the day. Like you're not on edge. You're comfortable just sitting on the couch watching TV. Like senior year, we decorated for every holiday. We did a little something for Valentine's Day. Like it just makes it like homey and you just feel comfortable in your space and like you want to be there and spend time there.
Yeah.
And it just makes all the difference in the world. Yeah. Like that's such a big thing. Like
it really makes a difference.
Also like going and like shopping. Do you remember when we went for Christmas stuff? Like that was so fun.
Hobby Lobby and
we literally were like, screw school today. We're just gonna go here and like decorate.
That was the best because again, you get to just buy what you want and it's a cute activity. Like we literally made it a whole thing. It was literally like November 1st because you have to keep in mind too, like you go home for the holidays. So we wanted to decorate way before Christmas. So we just made it a whole thing. Like have fun with it. It was just like, I loved that night when we decorated for Christmas.
I know, but those are like also like memories that you make as well. So like it makes it so much better when you can like decorate and like look around and be like, this is so cute.
Yeah.
Like Gina and I were so obsessed with our apartment when we decorated for Christmas. Like I think we literally just wanted to be in the living room because it was so cute.
But we didn't want to go home, which was like weird for us to say because we always wanted to go home.
Yeah.
There was weekends we were like, oh, I actually don't mind being here.
Right. Well, it was so cute. Like we loved our apartment. I know we've said this in previous podcasts, but we loved our apartment senior year. And like when we decorated it, it just was like us.
It was.
And it was so cute. And it was just enjoyable.
It was the best time.
Yeah. And like going off of that too and like in your living space is like cut yourself off at a time and then just like spend time with your roommate. Yes. Hopefully you like them because I know some people are like lucky with like roommates and stuff. But if you like your roommate and you guys like to hang out together, like take the night to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And just like decompress because the only thing that saved me was like watching TV with you at night and just like
looking forward to those nights every single day. Like it was just waiting till 6 p.m.
We were so good about that too.
So good. It was every day too. It was never like we're going to skip a day or like we weren't going to have our show to watch. Like no matter what, every day during the week, we couldn't wait till 6 o'clock started because that's normally when we started dinner or ate dinner. I think. And then we'd watch our show.
And I wouldn't trade that for anything either.
No.
Because I knew people in college that were like night owls and they would be like pulling all-nighters and I felt bad. I was like, am I like a bad person for not doing that?
No.
But I was like, I can't function like that. And the joy of my day is the last hour or two before bed.
Exactly.
Like I have to have that or I will go crazy. And Gina and I would just pick like whatever show.
Yeah.
And it worked out so nice because we would cook dinner, we would eat on the couch. We had our little tables on the couch.
Trays.
And we would just watch our show together and eat.
We're so lucky though because we really are the same person.
That's true, yeah.
we are very lucky for that fact because we go to bed at the same time. We have very similar routines, so it worked so well for us. And I think that's why living together was so good
Yeah.
because we are so similar in our ways. And I know not everyone is lucky in that fact, but like if you can find someone who has a similar, like if you're meeting someone new for a living space, like just make sure you guys have like similar routines
Mhm.
because that will make it so much easier for both of you to have like the same routine every day.
Yeah.
It helps.
And like you won't feel like I don't know, because I always feel like if I was like living with people who are like pulling all nighters, like
Feel
I'm not gonna do
judged.
that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know.
Or like, but it's like okay, like we can just like it's okay to like take that time for yourself at the end of the day
Mhm.
and not be like a a bad student or like
Yeah.
not care about what you have going on.
Yeah,
So that was really nice to kind of, and I think we like always like balance each other nice too
we do.
with like the chill time and also like we had to grind right now, like we got to get shit
So if
done.
Kylie lived alone, guys,
That would
sh-
be
she
disaster.
would be studying all night long.
Well,
I do think that. Cause sometimes she would spend a couple extra hours when she either had like a test coming up or something. Cause she's a really good student. Like she wants to obviously get straight A's, which she did, which we love that for her. But sometimes she would be too much on herself. So I think I'm like that balancing act
yeah.
there. I'm like, Kai, I have nothing to fucking do.
You need to body your
I have
bedroom right now.
no homework.
No, literally.
Please, you're making me feel like a piece of shit.
But you know what I love that we did together too is when we went on our like nightly walks.
Yes, that was always, well, I love that when it was like fall time or spring. It was so fun.
And Gina was like, I'm gonna get you out of the house.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go on a walk right now. And you have no
needed
choice of going with me.
Even if we just need to grab like something at Walgreens, we're gonna go walk. Yeah. We're gonna
Yes.
go to Walgreens or anything like getting out. We're gonna go do that because, you need to.
You have to. And like you're gonna go crazy if not. And so that's why it's nice to have somebody that's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be okay. Like you don't have to like spend every
And like
waking moment.
Kylie was the other balancing act, getting my shit together. I was like, okay, fuck, she's been studying for 4 hours doing homework. Maybe I should fucking do something, not be a lazy piece of shit. So like again, we help each other out. I think it was perfect.
It was perfect.
It's a good balance. And then in terms of like the apartment living, I just wanted to make a note of this too. If you guys live or go to a very like popular school, big university, this is something we didn't know that I think a lot of people should know is like you need to sign up or like sign your lease for an apartment like the whole year in advance, right? Like we literally, wasn't it like fall time that we signed our lease for our apartment? It was like a whole deal.
ISU housing sucks.
I think every
Gina and I got sucked into our senior year apartment by like they made us like your last unit.
Yeah.
But we waited.
Scarcity.
It was October when
Yeah.
we signed our lease for our senior year apartment. So you need to do that like in August.
Yeah, that's true. But they'll fuck you over. Like I said, these are like student apartment like companies. They know that it's students doing this. They know you're young adults. They know they can fuck you over. So try to like
I have another tip.
call your parents.
Speaking of that, check your account. Check your bank accounts. Check your leasing account.
Yeah.
Because they will put charges in there that you have no idea about.
God.
Because they think you're a stupid college kid that doesn't check your stuff.
Check your
The
shit.
amount of times Gina and I had to contact our leasing office and be like, what is this charge?
Random fucking shit.
Like, and we were like, no.
And people get away with it because kids don't check their accounts.
That's actually a huge tip.
It is a huge tip.
We had so many issues with, that
Yeah.
for senior year. And honestly, junior year too, a little bit.
Yeah.
But mostly senior year, we had so many problems I cannot even express the amount of times we had to email the leasing office.
Young American.
And if you have to be a little bit pushy, so be it.
Yeah.
Because they think that they can just take full advantage of college kids. And thankfully, Gina and I are not like stupid.
We knew better.
It's like, what is this?
It was so bad. Just like be weary. Like just be on the lookout for that shit because they will fuck you over since.
Especially when rent gets paid because we had a weird rent schedule. We paid every 4 months, not every month.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
don't
a
either.
fair fucking.
I don't know either. And figure out like
Finance.
what you owe that's not included for like utilities and stuff because we also kind of didn't know that junior year. And we're like, what is
Yeah.
this electrical charge? Or like, what is this like energy charge? Whatever it was. And it was just like,
We're all learning.
yeah. So just be on top of that stuff. At least take a gander every so often. Just check it out and be like, okay, like this is coming from this or that's this charge or whatever. But I know so many people that like got into the end of the year and they saw like 5 outstanding charges and it's like, what is this?
Yeah, and you have to pay it. Like you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
So just a side note there. Also, guys, with being on campus, like just be fucking careful. Like it is, I know you can get comfortable and think that like your area is a safe area or you know a lot of people in your area. Just don't get too comfortable because I know there was times in college where I was like, oh, we're in a small little town. Like I feel good. Like I'm fine. No, you never know. There was still shit going on, like people getting in trouble and like you just have to be very careful. So some tips on that, just like quick little safety tips. Please put Find My iPhone on for everyone that you have. Like if possible, I love giving people my location, like that know me, of course, because you just never know. Like my parents used to always get scared when we go on our walks in the trail.
I know.
But just have your location on. It's so important. I used to watch Kylie walk home. I kid you not, from class. I'm like, is she home? Like, where is she? Because you can't be too careful.
I know.
So I recommend like just putting that on. And like I think you said like just walking in groups with people.
Yeah, I mean, Gina and I did not go anywhere without each other.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot tell you a single time I walked anywhere by myself if it wasn't to a class where obviously, like, we couldn't do that.
We tried to, even if we could.
Our colleges were next to each other, so we did walk together a lot. Or, like, if I had to go to Walgreens for something, it's like, hey, can you come with me? Or, like, even if we had to make an errand to Target, come with me. Like, we didn't go anywhere without each other.
Yeah.
And, like, especially, I cannot stress enough, if you walk to the bars, please go with a friend.
Please.
This is common sense. I know this, but we had even alerts on our stuff of people.
We did.
Like, it's just,
especially when you're in a big town, guys. Like, we were in a small town and shit was happening, okay? So just don't be too comfortable. Like, I think people just got too comfortable at our college sometimes, and understandably so. Like, it's a small town, everyone knows each other. But you never know.
You never know. And when you're under the influence, it's kind of
it's just be careful.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
That's all we're going to say. We're not going to do too much on that. Just be careful. Keep your eyes out and walk in groups.
Yes. And make sure your iPhone is like shared with people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then of course we have to kind of touch on fitness and health because what else would we be doing if we didn't talk about that?
We're that weird college student that like, cares about that.
Something we wish we did a little bit more that I started doing this year, but I definitely wish I did sooner, is like the vitamins.
Yes, me too.
Because I'm just going to be real here, okay? I sucked at vitamins for my whole life, and then this year I was like, I really need to start taking vitamins. And so college is effing disgusting.
You will get sick so much.
It is disgusting.
No matter what you do.
The thought of like sitting at desks where like you have no idea how many people are sitting there before you. They're coughing everywhere.
And people aren't skipping class because they have to go to class.
Right.
So they're going to class sick.
Right. You can't just like not go to class if you have a cough. You have to go.
It's disgusting.
So just take your vitamins and wash your hands and like be extra healthy and like safe in that regard, because
you need to.
College is just so gross.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Oh my god, especially if you're in a dorm, like
you're sitting next to the kid that's sneezing the whole class. It's fucking disgusting.
It's horrible, especially during finals. Nobody's sleeping, everyone's cramming, and it's just
take
gross.
Take vitamins. Vitamin D is great. Multivitamin, you know,
zinc, the whole thing.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
It's really important. Oh, this one Kylie and I did all throughout college was workout before class. And I've always I always like advise people to do this because it just starts your day off on a good note. Get your workout in early in the morning. I know you're probably staying up a little bit later, but waking up before class to go get your workout in, you have the rest of your day now. You don't have to go in between class. You don't have to wait till after class when you're tired mentally already. Like, just go before. You'll feel so much better.
Yes. And, like, you will feel, like, a little bit more, like, woken up that way, too.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like, working out will get your blood flowing and it will wake up your brain a little bit. And then you can just not have to worry about it. Because, like, we were going into a little bit in detail about that earlier today of, like, how you feel like you've lost that momentum throughout the day. So if you're, like, going to class and then working out, it's, like, you kind of wasted that time that you could be doing stuff if you're not a night owl. If you are a night owl, disregard that. But if you're somebody that likes to go to bed at a decent time or like kind of just wind down, like just get the workout over with. It doesn't have to be an hour workout. You could work out for, I think we did 40 minutes. Like it was quick. But just go really quick And I would suggest, if you can, going to a gym off campus just to get yourself off campus and not be like stuck within the confines of your campus all the time. Like Gina and I went to, it was close, but we didn't go to our like university gym.
No.
And I loved that because you're going in seeing the same people.
Yeah.
You're walking down the same path. Like, it's just
I couldn't
repetitive.
to a university gym.
And you can go to a gym that's like close, but not on campus.
But I know too, if it's like money wise,
right? Of course,
like it's obviously free to go to the university's gym.
Yeah.
But just like wherever you go, just get it done before your fucking day, because you will save yourself so much time and you'll actually get it done, because there's so many times where there would be days where I had to go at like 12 because of like scheduling purposes, and I never wanted to go because I'm already tired at 12.
Oh, it's exhausting.
Like it's already 12 and I'm ready for a nap.
Classes, that's exhausting.
It's exhausting. So try to go in the morning if you can.
Somebody was like, and like when they were in high school, like, how did I go to high school classes from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.? I can't even do 2 50-minute classes in college.
Actually, though,
like, how did we do that?
Did you know that high school actually sets you up more for the real world than college in terms of
I'm not surprised.
Scheduling, because you're actually going to school from like 8 till 3 or something.
Right.
And in college, you're literally working. Yeah. You're going to class like a couple times.
It's like the working out. If you can, I would suggest meal prepping.
Yeah, we didn't do this junior year.
We didn't, but it makes all the difference. Like, again, it's probably common sense, but it really does, especially if you're somebody that like is on your health journey.
You're trying
literally. Oh my gosh, because dude, the amount of times I would get home from class and I would have so much to do, and that extra 30 minutes it takes to cook something is everything.
That's why people eat out.
Exactly, and I don't blame you.
No, it makes sense, but if you can take an hour on Sunday to just meal prep, I'm telling you, you're going to be so happy with yourself later in the week, because you don't have time. Again, like we said, in between your couple classes, you only have 30 minutes or so you can't afford to cook. You need to just like, heat it up and go. That's all you can afford. And it just saves so much time.
It really does. And like, you honestly, you could stay on track a lot better that way too. And when you can microwave something in like 5 minutes and eat in like 15 minutes, it's everything
in and out.
And it just you just save so much time. So highly recommend meal prepping on the weekend if you're able to do that. And it could be something so simple like chicken and rice.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Like, I know it's like that, not the most appetizing, but it's quick, it's easy.
It's better than eating out, guys.
Yeah.
So if you can, like, just do chicken and rice. We did ground beef and rice sometimes. We did sandwiches sometimes. Like, just do what you can.
Yeah.
Something easy.
Yeah. And then with that too, like, just like where you grocery shop, I feel like it's pretty important too.
Yeah. Like, it's hard because if you're trying to be healthy, like, you want to get good ingredients, but you have to also think about like affordability. Just get affordable groceries. That's what we shopped at Walmart. It did the job. It was, cheap enough for us to get a lot of food. If you have a Trader Joe's, that's even fucking better. I wish we had one at school. We did not. All these other good ones I know people rave about in terms of like pricing. So those are a couple grocery stores you guys can go to.
Costco's great.
Yeah, if you have Costco too. I know we had Sam's Club.
Yeah, but it's just like nice to buy in bulk if you can, because
Kylie brought a lot of stuff home from Costco a lot, which was nice. So just try to, shop smart, I think,
and don't overbuy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, when you guys, like when me and Gina had just barely enough for the week. There's videos
enough for the week.
There's videos that I have on Snapchat of our refrigerator or our freezer, and it had like condiments in it. That's it.
Every Friday, there was nothing left besides ketchup. Like, we would buy enough for the week. Like, that's it. Because also we did go home a lot, so that was another thing. We never had to like have leftovers for the weekend. But keep things in your freezer too. Like, just buy frozen chicken nuggets or buy frozen broccoli, things that you can keep in your freezer that don't go bad. That will help save you a lot of money too, so you don't keep throwing shit away, because that's huge. With college, you don't know what's going to happen if you're able to get to your meal prep or be able to get to your protein. Like, try to just put in the freezer. Helps a lot.
Freezer is great. Like, the best. And if you can like make massive portions and just freeze it, that's another great thing too.
Yep.
I mean, I'll never forget that soup we made.
The tomato soup. We had fucking pounds and pounds of tomato
Dude,
soup.
we made tomato soup one time. It was like winter, and our favorite thing is like grilled cheese and soup.
That was
In
so
the winter,
good.
it's like everybody's comfort meal. But we made it one time in the winter, and we had so much leftovers that Gina and I got to a point where we were like, "What can we do with the soup?" And we made like vodka pasta with tomato soup.
We just started putting it in our pasta. And
It was
great.
so good though.
I mean, how could it be bad? It was roasted pepper and onion like tomato soup. I made it.
Like the best too was like going to the store and like buying the ingredients the day of.
Yes.
And like I guess that would like lead into the next tip is like our dinner ideas that we had because me and Gina, we ate good.
When it came to dinner,
We
chefed up.
Yeah, we did.
You know, breakfast and lunch was boring. Dinner, we're like, we're here, we're fucking hungry.
Yes.
Every day we were starving because we barely ate for breakfast and lunch.
Well, dude, you don't realize how many steps you get in college.
Yeah.
I had like 20,000 steps plus like a day. Sometimes I had that by like 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. So you're hungry.
We're hungry.
So I'm like, we're going to make like a big ass dinner. There would be time.
What kind of beef we... Oh my God. Kylie and I would eat a pound of ground beef together. Okay? Like literally half and half. She ate half a pound, I ate half a pound.
But like the quick dinner ideas that are like super easy is like you could put like stuffed peppers or like you could do like tacos, or one of our favorite thing was like quesadillas. Like we would just make like
quesadillas,
protein loaded quesadillas with like peppers and onions and chicken, and
could do some healthy high protein pizza. Do like the lavash pita bread with some like turkey pepperoni, some grilled chicken, buffalo sauce. Fire.
I think our favorite meal to cook. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. So I had
vodka pasta.
Yeah,
chicken. Like, dude, stop.
That
like
meal
that rocked my world,
dude. We just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what got into us when it came to dinner.
I don't either, but we were wifeys.
We were wifing it up. There was a time we tried to make steak.
I know.
Which like wasn't the best, but we tried. You know what? I love that we like failed a lot together too.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, in the amount of times, you know, I tried to make, like, healthy desserts that just turned disastrous was so funny. Like, little mug cakes.
They were rock fucking hard.
No, dude, they were not. Like, oh, what kind of picture?
There's a video of it.
And I have pictures of it.
It's literally like a fucking hockey puck.
Dude.
She lifted it up with a fork. And she just
we were Delulu junior year.
We were like, we just want some fucking chocolate.
We just wanted, like, something sweet. At the end of the day, God forbid, right?
All we ever ate was like fucking oatmeal for dessert, though.
Yeah, but that was so good.
It was so good. I used to make like Nutella and like the strawberry, with the honey, the chocolate protein. So good. So yeah, just like we just shoved it.
And we didn't have like all the ingredients because why would we buy that stuff? So we had to like make do with what we had, which is also an issue.
Yeah, I know.
But, like, that's what's funny about college.
It was so fun.
You don't have it together.
You don't have parents that are, like, telling you you're doing it wrong. And also you can make a mess.
Or if you, like, have a craving for something, like, you know, your parents are going to have flour and sugar and stuff already. Like, they always have that stuff. But, like, we did not have that.
So. We were brainstorming. Just kind of throwing shit together.
It's so funny, though. I can't.
So much fun.
So funny.
I miss them.
But just, like, little simple things. Like, always the basics. Like, the protein and, like, the carb. And what else did we eat that we liked?
I mean, it's not really like the healthiest we ate, but I just love the Italian sausage with peppers.
Yeah.
We ate that. We ate a lot of Italian sausage.
We had a lot of mac and cheese. Like,
oh my gosh. We went on the buffalo chicken wraps.
Mm-hmm.
We overate those though. I think we got so sick of them.
But those were so good.
Those were.
I really want to have those again, actually.
Fried chicken. Those like frozen Tyson, like air fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
With again the lavash bread and just like buffalo sauce and carrots and lettuce and ranch. Oh,
we did it up.
It was so good.
We did it up. Like,
I don't know what other dinners we had. I have to look at like my photos.
And every so often I'd go through and like look.
But I feel like it was always like a pasta with protein and like a vegetable, or rice, protein, and a vegetable.
Yeah.
Typically. Super simple.
Yeah, really simple. I mean, one time we did, remember that pot roast we made?
Yeah. We bought like this pre-made it was really, I don't think it was good, no?
It was okay. I think we said it, yeah.
And we had to put it in the fucking oven for like 7
Gina had to bake it in the oven.
I didn't realize it had to take that long to cook, and I was supposed to put it in like so much earlier, like during the day. So then when I realized that it was like already like 6 o'clock and we had to wait so long for it to finish, it was okay, but that was pretty funny that we made a fucking like
We
pot roast dinner.
we got so sick of the same things,
Yeah.
but like they're staples. So, but anyways, cooking was super fun. So if you can buy like proteins and stuff, I would highly suggest that.
Yeah.
And like just eating, I don't know, just don't overdo it.
Yeah. Just
But
simple, like literally chicken, rice, broccoli. I know
we
it
did
sounds
get creative though.
I know, but if you can't and you just have to start small, like we did start small.
Taco bowls.
Taco
Oh my
bowls.
God,
You
those
just
were.
yeah, avocado, peppers, ground beef, and rice.
Yep,
Just eat that every fucking night. I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, that doesn't get boring to me.
that was so good.
That always hits for me. I still eat that to this day.
Yeah.
So, just simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Really. So,
Last little blip of information or like tips that we will give would be towards like graduation. So if you're graduating undergrad, honestly, or even grad school, maybe.
yeah, I guess.
But like undergrad maybe would be like for like graduation.
Yeah.
So I am very fortunate and my dad takes
Yeah.
pictures.
Shout out to Tom.
So we did not have to hire a photographer for ours,
Yeah.
but I know that like that takes a long time. So do that in advance. Gina and I looked for graduation dresses, I think, in January, and we graduated in May.
Yeah.
So
it's a while.
we were on the hunt for quite a while for the outfit.
Because when you have an idea of what you want to wear for your graduation, you aren't going to stop till you kind of like find that one.
Yeah.
So start sooner than later.
Yeah.
When you comes looking, and if you find something you like, order it.
And I also would say, like, aside from like the photos and stuff, but just like be 110% sure you have your shit in line before graduation, because
Yeah.
the amount of anxiety I had that my counselor was going to email and be like, hey, you didn't do this or you have an outstanding assignment or whatever. Like, I had so much anxiety. So just be sure you have like everything in a row and get your cap and gown early and hide and hold it in your closet and just look at it every day. Be like, you're so close to like.
It was so weird for me though, because I had a couple classes after graduation.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
how the
Yeah.
fuck does that make sense? But
Yeah. But she was still able to walk with
which was nice. But I know I was like, fuck, I have to actually like I've been walking in graduation yet. Like, what if I don't pass my summer classes? Anywho,
it was so funny. I was like sitting in graduation and my teachers were like uploading like assignments to the grade book.
Have them in yet.
Remember I told you that about my professor?
Yeah.
I was like, you like this is
You have one job, bro. Like, fucking get it done.
but like I don't like what like why are you doing that? Like these final projects get like uploaded into the grade book like on graduation day and it's like you're walking across the stage and you're uploading my grade book. Like
yeah.
it's just weird. But get all your stuff together and then like take graduation pics. We went like what, a week and a half early?
For photos?
Yeah, when did we?
I thought we did like a whole month before.
No, it wasn't a month,
Oh,
but
it
it
was
was
like
at
2
least
weeks.
a couple weeks.
I would say, oh no, maybe it was like 2 weeks. I mean, I would take them before. I know a lot of people take them the day of graduation. I just wouldn't do that because everyone's doing it. People started taking graduation photos like a whole month before graduation. And if that works better for you, like do that. Because also, say you don't like the photos, you can redo them. Kind of have a little bit more time. I don't know. That's kind of my opinion. But I just wouldn't do it the day of.
Also, like, I think I would suggest trying to take graduation pictures at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because if you take graduation pictures in the middle of the day, you will have so many people in the back of your picture.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
dude, I can't tell you the amount of times I had to walk around a photographer on campus taking pictures to get to class because they were taking them in the morning or like at 12 o'clock or something. So try to take it at the end of the day if you can. Also, the lighting is better.
Yeah, the sun goes out because honestly, you think that you want it to be sunny. You don't.
You kind of want clouds.
You kind of want like an overcast because the sun is too harsh. I know you can't control everything.
And you know, I had like cutie little, like, we had confetti, we had champagne.
I couldn't.
I was on Pinterest for like a month or two before like Googling, like,
just take go on Pinterest and find poses. Like, don't try to wing it. Like, we tried, but
I mean,
like,
if you have a photographer, they're probably going to tell you what to do.
That's true.
Like, we didn't, of course, like I just said. So my dad was just there, like, you know.
Yeah. Where would you recommend people to look for dresses?
I got my dress from Lulu, I think.
Yeah, we both got ours from Lulu's, which I know is a very popular one that people look at. Kylie found a lot of cute ones from like an Australian brand, right?
What is that one called?
I don't know.
I don't know. If I could do it again, Princess Polly, White Fox, Amazon,
Yeah, Amazon's tough.
what's the Molly brand? It's like,
Oh, Hello Molly.
yeah.
That one's good too. I think Princess Polly or Pretty Little Thing, not Pretty Little Thing, Princess Polly.
Pretty Little Thing has stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. That one's a cheaper one too. Princess Polly's more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, honestly though, like what I would suggest the most would, if you're looking for a graduation dress, is to literally go into like little boutiques.
yeah.
Because Gina and I found so many cute grad dresses like recently. We were like, why didn't we come here? Go to the mall and just like go through stores you would never go in.
Like Altered State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dry goods. Like,
Yes.
what's that one store we went into? Do you remember the cute little Nashville dresses and like the wedding stuff?
Oh yeah. I don't know how that
Gorgeous red dress.
in Woodfield.
Yes.
And the corner that smells really good.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought that was Altered State. That might be Altered State.
I have no idea.
But drag goods, they're like all those boutique-y stuff.
Go look in stores you would never look in.
Like little dainty.
Yes.
Don't get like a tight dress. I mean, I'm not. Like,
That's another thing I would go back and do. I would get a flowy dress.
I don't think I would do a tight dress again either.
Like, why do I do this to myself?
My dress was like really short and it just wasn't the vibe.
Like, if I could do it all again, I would get a flowy red dress.
Yeah.
Or honestly, white. I think like white looks good.
Better white.
Yeah. But they had like red one.
I don't know. I definitely would just do flowy.
Yeah.
For like a graduation, you shouldn't. I don't know. Whatever.
I know.
We're
It's
living
so
and learn.
frustrating. It's like, whatever. I always regret the choices I make with like, either it's like a dance or graduation or like outfits. I'm like, why did I wear that? But it's like, you have a vision on something and then you have to like carry it through and
I like the
whatever.
lacy stuff, like florally, like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's just our opinion. Of course, wear what you want. But I don't know.
Make sure it comes in time so it fits you. Don't wait till the last second.
It's true.
But yeah, just have fun with it. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah, really.
Soak it up.
It doesn't matter. Like, don't put so much stress on like the pictures either. Like, you're graduating.
You're not getting married.
That's an accomplishment. Like, don't
Right.
let like pictures,
Right.
kind of stop you from enjoying the moment. Like, it should be like a really celebratory moment. So
Exactly.
enjoy it. Oh my God, that was about a year. So we did all that.
I don't know.
Or over a year.
Graduation day flew by. But
That's all the tips I have on graduation.
I know there's not really much to it, and every college is so different.
Right.
So, like, there's not really much advice to give other than just, like, have your stuff together, pick out a dress early, and get your photos done.
And tell your parents to get hotels like a year in advance.
Oh. That's
another tip.
That's a big one.
Especially, it's everyone's there on the same day. And the hotel
Make a restaurant reservation a year in advance.
A year in advance.
And get a hotel a year in advance.
Are you able to make like a restaurant?
As soon as you can, do it.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months, but like do it right away.
Yeah, recommend that because we couldn't do fucking shit on graduation.
And make sure that your move-in date isn't the same as your graduation date.
Oh my God. We could be here for hours, dude.
We had our move-out date the day of graduation.
Like, who the fuck does that?
Make that make sense.
These things keep slipping my mind, Kai.
Well,
And then you remind me, and I'm like,
extremely uncommon. I've never heard of that before ever. So
yeah, guys, we barely weren't even able to like hang out in our apartment. And then we had to just like,
we had to move out at 7 a.m. on the 14th, which we graduated on the 13th.
nothing in our apartment when we had our family over.
Gina and I had to move our stuff out and pack up right after her graduation, which was at 6 p.m.
Like,
We didn't even get to
Get
like
the
celebrate
party.
drink.
No,
We had to literally
got
get our
so
stuff
early.
And that was the worst thing ever. Like literally.
Yeah,
Like holy.
big F you to fucking,
Anyways,
yeah.
that's like beating a dead horse. So anyways, I think that's like all the advice that I have.
I
feel like we just
know.
like dumped.
I think we gave a lot of good pointers.
Yeah.
I hope that like people can like take something away because I wish I could watch this like before we were going into college.
Yeah.
It would be helpful because you don't think about it. Like, you're so stressed and so overwhelmed with like the new chapter coming.
Especially if you're the first one going through college, like of your
Right.
siblings, you have no idea what to expect. So
Exactly.
it's really nice when you do have like an older sibling that's gone through it. You can like use it as like what not to do and what to do next
Yeah.
time. But me and Gina both didn't really have that. 'Cause
No.
your brother graduated in COVID, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So we were both like just kind of the first ones experiencing this.
Yeah.
So hopefully you at least took one thing.
Yeah, we laughed at a couple things
Yeah.
because like it's so fun to go down like memory lane with college. because it feels like it was short-lived, but it was a whole big part of our.
Such a good time in this episode, just reliving
I
college.
know, it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the tips that I have.
Me too.
Thanks for listening in, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers to another episode.
Cheers to another episode. Good luck at school if you're going back. Have fun. Soak it up.
Truly.
It's not, college goes by in the blink of an eye, so just enjoy it and don't be so stressed and don't take everything so seriously.
Yeah.
And
you got this.
Yeah.
Don't give up on yourself. XOXO.
Cover girl.
All right. See you guys later.
We will see you guys next episode.
Bye.